Welcome back. I am Brandon from South Australia. We're going to start with the wealth category. And the first book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, an absolute classic. What a fantastic book. One of the first books I read. That's got to be a solid 4.5. Completely changed my mindset around creating money. Next up, Think and Grow Rich, an absolute classic. Upon further research, I think there's some sketchy stuff about how Napoleon Hill went about this book. With that said, some of the principles are very good. They're timeless. We'll go a 3.5 for now. Basically, my rating system is 5. That's like God tier. 4.5 is excellent. 4 is good. 3.5, not bad. 3, yeah, okay. 2, psh. And 1 just in the trash. Coming to The Richest Man in Babylon. So I can say this book in like one sentence, which is put aside 10% of your money for the rest of your life, period. You could definitely live life without this book. I'm just going to put it in the sort of meh category for now. Next up, F You Money by Dan Locke. Well, if you want to make money, great. Not super keen on the author after learning more about what goes on. Feel free to do your own research. But the book's good. Yeah, we'll give it a 4. Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. 7 Principles for Financial Freedom. We'll stick it in the 3.5 category. The Millionaire Fastlane. I'm no millionaire, so don't listen to me. Read the book yourself. 4.5, 4, 4.5, 4. I'm going to give it a 4.5. That's an excellent book. Benjamin Graham, The Intelligent Investor. This is commonly recommended by Warren Buffett. So I'll give it a 4. Dot-Com Secrets by Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson is probably one of the top marketers in the space at the moment. He created ClickFunnels, which most people use for their sales pages. You'll sell things if you really apply this. So I'm sort of hovering between 4 and 4.5. Yeah, we'll go 4.5. I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Classic personal finance book. Yeah, it's a good book. It's a good book. Yeah, not bad. The Millionaire Next Door. Honestly, can't remember much about this book, but the basic idea is what it says in the title. Yeah, it's alright. Total Money Maker by Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey helps people get out of crippling debt. I don't know what's going on over there in the US, but it doesn't look pretty. Where to place this? Oh, will help you get out of debt. There's some good principles in there. I mean, they're pretty straightforward, but they work if you make it work and put in the effort. Yeah, I'll give it a 4. Psycho-Cybernetics. Yeah, that's a 4. Everyone loves this book. I noticed in the self-improvement book space. Thinking Fast and Slow, one of the first books I read. This is very comprehensive on human behavior and psychology. Some fantastic studies done by Daniel Kahneman and his co-author, I forgot his name. But yeah, they really go in depth to like 20 different like cognitive biases. So if you're into that sort of intellectual world and understanding your mind and yeah, these cognitive patterns, fantastic book. This is probably the go-to book for that. So yeah, we'll give it a solid 4. The Power of Habit. I feel this drags on a bit, but the principles are good. So we'll put it on 3.5. Outliers. Don't remember squat about this. We're just going to put it in the 3 for now. I just heard Malcolm Gladwell. Everyone's reading Malcolm Gladwell. So let's read Malcolm Gladwell. Malcolm Gladwell, Malcolm Gladwell. Speaking of Malcolm Gladwell, we have The Tipping Point. I believe I did a book summary on this, but this one is another one I read so long ago, I honestly can't remember much. But I remember it being slightly better than The Tipping Point. So we'll give it a 3.5. Flow, fantastic book. Oh, I'm close to putting it in the 4.5. But just after reading some more spiritual books that I feel go more in-depth into the mind, I'm tempted to put it in the 4 rather than 4.5, so we're sort of hovering. Maybe what we'll do is we'll bring it across and put it high in the 4s. There you go. Nice little snuggly spot for you. Next up, Emotional Intelligence. This is one of my most popular book summaries on this channel. Feel free to check it out. There's a link in the description below. Seems the corporate world is obsessed with emotional intelligence. Yeah, it's okay. I'll give it a 3.5. Next, Mindset by Carol Dweck. That's a solid read. We're going to give that a 4. Next, we've got a funny book. It's called Civilization and Its Discontents. I first found out about this book through Ty Lopez's reading list. Just a very interesting book. I remember when I was over in Hawaii, I had like this anxiety crisis and I was like hanging out with the homeless people, like sitting on the ground, having a terrible day. picked this up at the bookstore and it offered some solace of some sort. And I remember suggesting this book to someone else, but they completely didn't resonate with it. So this one's like a coin toss, I reckon. But yeah, I'm going to go with a solid 4 as well. The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, good book. Learned Optimism. I read this a long time ago. One of my first books I picked up. Don't remember much about it. We're going to put it in the 3 for now. Alright, wasn't even recording. Let's resume. Next up, Freakonomics, the infamous Apple book cover. Yeah, not that good. We're actually going to go for our first 2 here, which is unreal. Just, yeah, like you could live without this book. Drive by Daniel Pink. This is a pop psychology book. You can definitely go without reading this. May even go in the 2 category. Yeah, you know what we're going into. Sorry, Daniel Pink. I know you put a lot of work into this book, but we just don't need it. Next up, Evolutionary Psychology by Dr. David Buss. This is one of Tai Lopez's #1 book recommendations. It's a big-ass textbook. I think they use it at university. And read this one front to back. And yeah, it's got some good stuff in it, at least when I was going through my phase of psychology. These days, I turn more to sort of spiritual ideas, meditative practices, as opposed to using sort of evolutionary psychology as a way to learn about my behavior. You can completely override your biology and evolution, so this is why I feel this book is not the most conducive to self-improvement. You definitely don't need to read the whole textbook, so don't really know where to put this one. Somewhere in the middle. But yeah, you can see my subconscious is going to 3 here. It's like it was meant to be, so let's pop it here. Moving on to Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. We got a video book summary of this, so check it out. You don't need to read the whole book. I would put this... That's good. It's good. It's good. Let's give it a 4. Stumbling on Happiness. This is another pop psych book. We just don't really need it. Sorry, Daniel Gilbert. I know you put in a lot of work into this too. Actually, we could put it 3, but my intuitive answer is 2. So, you know, it's hard to do this tier list. It's difficult. There's so many great books, but when we're ranking them, something's gotta shove. All right, we are entering a new category, Ancient Wisdom, starting with The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Everyone loves this book. Whoa. Yeah, 3.5. Next up, Ego is the Enemy, Ryan Holiday. Honestly, this has got to go on the sort of somewhere in between. I don't know. I remember reading this book, but I don't remember taking like anything from it. It just went completely over my head, and maybe that was my own ego not wanting to see the truth in the book. On the Shortness of Life, oh heck yeah, let's jack it up to 4.5. Yeah, read it. Fantastic book, just read it. Get it now. Next up, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. I remember this being a very solid read. Just a very positive book. Next up, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. We'll pop this in 4. Next up, we got As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. We'll give this a 4 too. Next up, we got Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. I can't quite remember things resonating a lot, so we'll put it in 3.5. But I believe the ideas are very good, much like Meditations. Cool, next up we got The Immortality Key by Brian Muraresku. Yeah, The Secret History of the Religion with No Name. So he was on the Joe Rogan podcast and researched psychedelics and its influence on spirituality and where psychedelics lie within the ultimate truth. So very interesting stuff. I found the book to be a little bit hard to follow and maintain my attention at times, yet that doesn't discredit all the work that Brian's put into it. So I reckon a 3.5. What do we have next? The Laws of Human Nature. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm not like a super fan of Robert Greene. I feel like sort of the books are written to sell. I feel like there's just a little something missing with Robert Greene's work, actually. You know, it's kind of neatly put together. These are the laws of human nature, but I don't feel it comes from a place of true understanding. It's more so just some observations made by an author who is selling books. That's just the truth that I see in it. 3.5. Next up, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That is a solid 4. Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. Understanding the mind and behavior patterns. I don't know. At the time it seemed good, but I don't feel like I ever derived much practical stuff from it. And I feel like Tony was just sort of guessing with nutrition. So it's okay. My intuition would say it's a 3. My conscious mind would try and make it a 3.5, but we're going to listen to intuition. We're going to pop it on 3.
Premiumbeat.com
The Four Agreements, I remember this being a solid read. The Power of Positive Thinking, we'll give it a 3.5. The Magic of Thinking Big. Yeah, I think this could motivate and inspire a lot of people, but for me, it just didn't do a lot. So good principle, but yeah, there's just so many other cool books, I've got to put it somewhere. Next up, we got Self-Reliance by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's been a long time since I read this. Put it somewhere in the middle, but honestly, I'd have to go over that book again. It's one of those books you just need to pick up again and see. Walden, by that dude who exited society, went out to live by a lake in this little cabin in the woods, 3.5. The Road Less Traveled, I don't remember that changing my life a whole lot, but it was very popular back in the day. All those boomers. Managing Oneself, or we're either going 4 or 4.5. Or what's that intuition saying? I reckon it's like a 4.2 or something, so we'll go 4. This is a recommendation from Ty Lopez, particularly interesting, I guess, for entrepreneurs, business owners, managers, but really anyone can pick this book up and read it. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, excellent, 4.5 stars. We've got a video book summary, check it out. Oh no, and we've got The Trash Heap, Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard. So he's the guy who runs or created Scientology, the religion that cooks people's brains. Horrible book. I remember walking down Adelaide, my local city here in Australia, walked into that personality quiz sign place. I thought that sounds interesting, and before I knew it, I was being sucked into Scientology. I gotta say though, I'd give that an extra point because of the cover. The cover is awesome. Look at that volcano. That's some artwork. That's some artwork, my man. Next, Atomic Habits. That is just a solid 4. Great read. Excellent. We've got a video book summary for that too, made recently. Check it out. Next up, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. This has been flying off the bookshelves and Amazon charts for years now by Mark Manson. I'd have to say a 3.5. Code of the Extraordinary Mind. I just remember really loving this book, so we're going to whack it in the 4.5 category. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Heck, we'll give him a solid 4. I just love Goggins' voice, his personality.